Welcome to Inside 90210. I'm Heather Brooker, and my co-host Erin Ziering is not here. That's because she is in Ireland right now with her husband, Ian Ziering, and they are probably having the time of their lives. But don't worry, you guys, we are going to have a lot of fun here too. As a matter of fact, I have a very special co-host I'm going to introduce you to in just a moment, but you're definitely going to want to stick around till the end of today's show because I have got an awesome surprise for you. So let's stop talking about it and let's get right to it. Let's go.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome to Inside 90210. I'm Heather Brooker. As I mentioned, Erin Ziering is in Ireland right now, having the time of her life with Ian Ziering, and they're actually watching us live. Hello. I want to introduce you to this gorgeous woman who is here with me right now. This is Jessica Hall. Hello, Jessica.
Thank you, Heather, for that intro.
She is a reality star, Playboy. I want to call you a Playboy Playmate. Is that correct?
It's sad because I keep aging myself on how long ago that was.
We don't have to say how long. It could have been yesterday.
Yes, guys, I graced the pages of Playboy.
Yeah, see?
Before I started milking my children. Oh, wait. Is there rules on this?
There's no rules.
Great.
Fantastic. As far
as I
know. But Jessica is a reality show. She did reality television for many years with Kendra Wilkinson, Kendra on Top, and Kendra. That was the original show, right?
Well, it started...
There's like 9 shows.
Yeah, it started with the Girls Next Door, then went to Kendra, and then went to Kendra on Top.
Yes.
So she just kept climbing on top.
She just kept going
literally
all the way to the top. And you also, though, are a television host. You are a radio host. You actually just launched a brand new show on Podcast One called The Hollywood Filter. Tell everybody where that name comes from because I love it.
You know, I actually kind of got it from my good friend Erin Ziering. Yeah. But it's kind of more in depth about just like putting a filter on Hollywood. Like everybody does it. We all are guilty. And it's more of talking about the latest beauty trends and like behind those butt implants or, just kind of keeping up all with obviously like a comedy twist to it. But it's a lot of fun. It's just like unveiling the curtains of Hollywood.
Kind of peeling it back a little bit.
Peeling it back, yeah.
Taking off the filter, adding it on, a little bit of
Do
everything.
it all. Do whatever makes you feel good. You know, and that's what it's about. It's a feel-good show.
And who's your co-host?
My coach is Mel Lamprey.
Yeah.
So she's a fantastic researcher. She's definitely a lot smarter than me. And she really gets down to like what it takes to maybe what these people are doing, these celebs and reality stars. And so she definitely does research on that. And she sometimes proves the fact that you shouldn't probably be doing that or putting that in your body, but I'm not gonna lie, I may be up for it later on in life, but right now, no.
That's something I think about all the time is like I don't have any fillers. I'm so basic. I have I use my real hair, my real nails. These are my real lashes, you guys.
Oh wow.
I know, right? It's so not LA. So awkward. How do they even let me stay here? But I love the honesty from like you and Erin and people who have done Botox and who embrace, the beauty trends and whatnot about how honest you are. You're not trying to lie and not trying to pretend like you don't do that.
Gosh, no. I mean, it kind of brings our friendships together sometimes. Yeah, talking about it.
Do you bond
I'm like,
over your Botox?
What did you do today? Nothing. I did nothing. I'm like, oh gosh.
I remember I told you, we were at dinner the other day and I told you, sorry, my headphone is coming off. We were at dinner the other day and I told you, I was like, but you're so gorgeous. You don't need Botox. And you're like, that's why I get it.
Yes, for the compliments from Heather. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm like sleep deprived for the last 4 years and I need a little pick me up. So I have no shame against getting some Botox, getting some filler, just to, whatever floats your boat. But
exactly.
It definitely floats mine.
You do you, America. Really quickly, I want to say hello to everybody that is watching online. I see your comments coming in. We've got Lisa Walsh that is watching. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa, she's a fan on Twitter.
Yay. Hi, Lisa. We've got Joseph Boza is watching. Erin and Ian are watching. Hi, guys. They're in Ireland right now, Netflixing and chilling. And you'll find out a little bit more what that means later on.
I found out what that means.
Wait.
I don't want my kids to get older.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
You'll see what I mean later on in the show. Okay, so we are super excited. We're also live streaming on the AfterBuzz Facebook page. I'm going to try to keep up with the comments going on there as well. Jessica, I texted her yesterday and we were talking about the show and I said, don't forget to watch the show so we can talk about it tomorrow. And then she just came in and I was like, did you watch the show? What did you think? And
You confused me. I watched your show.
She did not watch last night's episode of 90210. She watched Inside 902. Well, first of all, as a friend, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Sorry, Ian.
But this might be a one-sided conversation. So I'm going to talk...
No, I got this. No, I got this.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about other things that I loved from last night's show, and then you can just chime in with your thoughts. Because let's talk about, first of all, how do you know Ian and Erin? Because you've known them for a long time.
I have. Erin's my new BFF / almost neighbor. High hopes. Yeah, I have known Ian for, gosh, I don't know how many. Again, I'm not aging myself or you, Ian, so you're welcome. But yeah, just longtime friends, and I absolutely adore them both and their children, and I can't wait just to make more memories. And Erin and I, we bond over a rosé and Botox talk. Should I not say that?
You can say you bond over rosé.
And yeah.
And Botox.
Yeah. You know Erin. Because we're natural. Like, she's like, does she say she has Botox?
Erin will be like, what are you doing?
Erin's just a natural beauty. Sorry, guys. I need some help. Let me drink my coffee.
Oh, stop. You both are. So you've known Ian for a really long time, and by association, then we've also hung out with Tori a lot.
Yes.
And Jennie, and some of the cast. So that's also why I wanted to have you on, is because I know you have a personal relationship with them, and the show itself is very entertaining to watch, especially if you know them personally.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the storylines are super similar, or have a lot of similarities to their real lives. And another reason why this is just like the perfect co-host to have today, because last night's episode had a very heavy sex theme.
Yes. Well, I did see
it was
the clips.
Everybody was like getting their groove on with somebody. And I was like, what better way to talk about this show about sex than by having one of the sexiest ladies I know on?
Oh my gosh, you are nice or drunk right now.
I just want you to buy me a drink later.
I gotcha.
So last night, all right.
Can I just say though, before Heather asked me to come on the show, she asked me if I could wear something super sexy and revealing. So I don't know if she was hitting on me or she just really technically wanted me to show up.
I just want viewers, guys. It is all about the viewer. I want people to tune in.
Put in those comments, guys. What do you need? I got you, Heather. That's what friends are for.
That is what friends are for. Okay, so let's talk about last night, because I know people are watching. If you're watching us on the YouTube, tell me what you guys thought about last night's show. Did you notice that there was a theme of everybody hooking up with everybody? Something about sex and hookups and cheating and affairs really heightens the drama on television shows. But what they do on this show really beautifully is they add in the perfect amount of comedy. And I think for me, I've said this before, Tori is so funny on the show.
Yes.
And she's also funny and quirky in real life. Like, she's just that sort of quirky, awkward girl. And I think that she's done a really good job of capturing that side of her personality a lot. Okay, so
what are you laughing at me for?
I'm laughing because I
love Tori.
I have pages of notes of things that we should talk about from the show, and I'm like, is Jessica gonna know?
You know what? I switched a lot around to be here today, and did I get to watch? No. Honestly, if I really tell you how my kids didn't go to bed till super late. I did not have a wine opener. So I was walking in my neighborhood, texting my neighbors to find a wine opener. My husband literally came out with like a hook, which I have a photo of, I could show you later, to open the bottle of wine because he was that concerned about me. So instead of watching TV, I was kind of unwinding after a long day, and yeah. But you know what? That's what TiVo's for.
That is true. Mm-hmm. You're going to go back and watch it and then be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Well, you already kind of make me.
You're like talking about sex and all this. Like, I'm like, yeah, I got to go back and watch this.
All right. We have to talk about Ian's character of IZ. He's hooking up with, or at least they're sort of indicating that he's hooking up and having a flirtatious relationship with the head writer of the 90210 reboot on the show. And it's really weird to watch, knowing that we know Ian. Like, it's just a little strange.
It
and
is,
I know he's
yeah.
an actor. I get that. He's an actor. But it's
Yeah.
still, I want to be like, Erin, are you seeing that? And I know she sees it.
Oh, that's so funny.
But do you ever wonder what that's got to be like for actors or spouses of actors who are like hooking up on TV? If that's weird,
You know what?
did you ever have to do
think
that on your shows or
reality TV, then that would be a
you
little
didn't
awkward.
hook up?
Because it's real life.
No reality TV is real.
But I did do back in the day. No, I honestly, Kendra's show was so real. It was too real sometimes that I wanted it not to be so real, if that made somewhat sense. But
Yeah.
back in the day, I did do a few TV shows where I had little spots on, and I had to make out with one guy. But I think people think like, oh my gosh, when they watch it, they capture it so well. But it's so awkward. There's nothing like
Sexy.
fun or sexy about it with the lights, the crew, everyone watching. I mean, you probably have to do so many takes. It's not even hot anymore. It's just, it didn't even really start out being hot. It's just, and you don't really make out with your tongues, which is really awkward. I was like, you might as well just take the tongue because this is just not looking realistic. So that is my only one experience I had, but it was definitely not. So I think just kind of being on that end, I don't think, I mean, the film, yes, of course they're going to capture it and they're going to make it look like sexy and romantic and like they're into it, but I highly doubt that.
That's interesting too, because then Tori had a love scene with Brian Austin Green.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a clip of it.
Yeah.
And she looks so good.
She looked so good. And she was very nervous about it because, you know, as women, we are very self-conscious about our bodies, as we just talked about a little bit. Like, we all have our flaws, and actors are no different. You know, they all have their sides that they like. Like, even when we were doing this show, Erin was like, what's your side, Heather? Which side do you want to sit on? And I was like, I look amazing on all sides. So you sit wherever you want to sit. But it's true. Like, love scenes are difficult on camera and also sometimes in real life.
Totally.
Sex is just awkward in general. But it was really entertaining to watch each of the characters sort of develop these romantic relationships and start to kind of heighten the drama. And then, you know, we've got also Jennie's character is starting to develop feelings for Jason. And I can't help but wonder if that's real. Like, was there something really there in real life? And I always, even though I'm not...
Then they're doing a really, really good job, you know, at what they do.
But I'm like, because you wonder, they're blurring the lines a lot on what is happening in real life versus what the press and the media and fans for years have assumed about them. So you kind of wonder how much of it was based in a little nugget of reality, how much of it has nothing to do with their real lives at all. Like, Brian Austin Green has a 17-year-old son in real life from a woman that he met when he was on another actor who was on 90210. And his character in the show has a 17-year-old son from a previous relationship. So there's just so many similarities that it's really fascinating to kind of go, I wonder if this is rooted in truth at all.
But that is so good because you're leaving the fans wanting more and kind of like guessing. And I think that's the best type of TV.
Absolutely.
It's like you just don't know and you want more.
Yes.
Can
absolutely.
I say though, this cast, and I'm not just saying this because I know some of them, but they look so
They
good.
do. They really do.
Like, haven't aged.
Yeah.
I mean, I just,
Well,
kudos to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, no, whatever they're doing, it works. And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's like, I said, you look amazing. And you're like, yeah, but I do all this stuff.
No, I don't do that much. I'm gonna do that much. I'm still like 30, how old am I? 36. So, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Erin says, Joseph says, Tori was so serious as Donna. It's hard to forget how hilarious she is. That's true. Donna was a dramatic kind of character. She was high school angsty, or the awkward teen, whatever. But she actually is a really funny person. And I'm really glad to see they brought her humor into it. And even Ian also has some really funny scenes. They all do. I love that they're bringing some humor to it. So they're not sort of rehashing it. My husband, who wasn't a big 90210 fan when he was growing up, loves this version of it. He's like, I'm really glad they didn't pick up the characters from where they left off and, carry them through in that way. He's like, this is a very meta way of developing this show and showing these characters, but without going too deep and make it too confusing for fans.
Agreed.
And I think honestly, and you guys can tell us if you're watching, like, are you enjoying this version of it? Are you able to follow along with the characters and see that they're not playing themselves, they're playing a version of themselves?
I think some people get confused though, thinking maybe it is the version of themselves.
They think it's really them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I know even Erin said that she had some people
who are like, is this really what Ian's like?
Yeah.
Or whatever? Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
What I'm curious to know is if Shannen, like, I thought it was hilarious that through the whole show, Shannen Doherty was just eating and snacking on stuff.
That would be
in
me.
every scene, she was just like having an egg sandwich or like having some kind of snack or something. And they made her so granola and hippie. I think that's really funny. And I love that she can make fun of herself.
Yes.
Because she,
I think that's such a good quality.
Yeah.
I love it.
You gotta be able to have a sense of humor about yourself.
Totally agree. I think I do it too much sometimes.
What? Like you make fun of yourself?
Yeah, but in a good way.
In a good way.
Like I just, I mean, what you see is what you get. I can't really, like I try to like calm it down or just kind of put a filter on it, but it's kind of almost impossible.
No, everyone stop filtering your personality. You can filter your face if you're feeling like it. If you feel like you need something extra on your face, do, whatever. But be yourself. Like, let's see your personality. Like, that's what I love. That's what draws me to people. And oh my God, my best friend is calling. Clearly she is not watching right now. Thanks.
That's funny. What's Erin doing right now?
Erin is replying to people from Ireland. Let's see.
Of course she is. She is such a hard worker.
Lisa says, I never knew Brian had a son. I lived like a dinosaur. All right.
When you mentioned that, the older son, because I knew he had 3 sons with Megan Fox, but I was unaware that he had a son previous to that.
Yes, I actually looked that up last night because I wasn't quite sure if that was based in truth. And it turns out a part of it is. Yeah. I mean, I think he knew his son. In the show, he was surprised by the son and didn't know. He kind of was caught off guard. But I think in real life he knew who his son was. I don't know for sure though.
I'm sure.
Nobody at me if I'm wrong. Or actually you can. That's the point of the show. You're welcome to at me.
Remember, Heather, be who you are.
be you. Embrace your personality. Okay, so before we dive too much deeper into the show, I promised you guys a super special surprise, and I'm actually really excited for this.
What is it?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Erin and Ian are on this like gorgeous sojourn right now in Ireland. He's been working super hard with 90210, and Erin has been with the girls while he's been working, and they really just wanted to take some time together and go be a married couple for a little bit. And what better place to go than Ireland, right?
I've never been.
But
it looks amazing on our photos.
And we have some pictures, I think. If Steph can pull those up, we have some pictures of them. They're actually staying in like a Gorgina castle.
Did you say Gorgina?
I said Gorgina. Look at this. Look at this right here. How ridiculous.
Wait, what?
Right?
Like, who took that?
Selfie. iPhone shot. No.
Wow.
Yeah, like so beautiful. Look at that.
It looks like they were placed in that photo.
I told her, I go, that this looks like you're in a green screen. Are you really in your house?
It does. It actually really does.
I go, are you really in your house right now?
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, stunning.
So
wow.
cute.
I'm so jealous now. Now I'm jealous. They're like they look like royalty.
He looks like 007 to me. I was like, look at this. Bond.
But look how serious they are. They're
Ziering
like
Bond.
The Ziering Bond. I love it.
So I was super excited to share those with you guys. Erin sent those to me and she was like, please share this with everybody that's watching. You guys are the first ones to get a look at their pictures from Ireland. And also we have a very special treat for you. They sent us a video, a little message where Erin actually interviews Ian a little bit, and they have really fun revelations about the show, about their marriage, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. So here is a special message from Ian and Erin Ziering all the way from Ireland.
That's super smart to do that. I love it.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, the real wife of Ian Ziering, and thank you for checking us out here. We are in Ireland.
It's incredible here, absolutely incredible. I think Steve Sanders, the name came from Ireland.
It is an Irish name. I actually looked all of this up because my background is Irish. My family is from Stevens, which is like Scottish into Ireland, and I was like, well, what is Sanders?
You tell me, you looked it up.
He's definitely Irish, and can you maybe, if you were Steve, I'm like, there's horses outside right now. If Steve was here with me right now, would he be
bombed? He'd be bombed.
Would he be putting on his best Irish accent as well?
His best Irish accent?
That's it.
I don't know.
All
He's a
actors
bit of
have
the
to
old
have an
sod
Irish
myself,
accent.
you know. I don't know. It's interesting because here in Ireland, there's all these breweries all around. And Guinness in Dublin, there's a gin brewery in Dingle.
And Steve probably would have got a good laugh out of that one.
Steve would have had himself some Dingleberry. Absolutely. Yeah, incredible. So here we are at Drumlin Castle.
Did you say that right?
I did.
You did, all right.
Drumlin
I've been
Castle.
calling it Drumland or something. Completely off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the O'Brien family.
We're here for a whole
Conan
week.
O'Brien, I'm pretty sure.
They did say that Conan currently owns this. It's a different Conan though.
Yeah, not the red hair, big old
No, he
wig.
is he did have red hair, he said.
He did?
Yes.
Maybe it's Conan O'Brien.
Maybe. Hey Conan, if you're watching. Thank you guys for watching Inside 90210, and I have Steve himself, Ian, whichever you're going with on the reboot, into the remake now.
It's Ian on the reboot.
I know, but it's also, you're now playing Steve again.
Well, kind of, sort of. We're trying to get
You're like
trying to get the
Steve.
show off the ground, okay? So I'm not really playing Steve. It's my persona.
Yeah.
And as you know, but if you are still confused out there, it's our real selves coming together, pitching the show to get Beverly Hills 90210 back on the air. And tonight, or last night rather, we aired episode 5 of 6. It's a summer miniseries. The dramatic, cue the dramatic music.
Right.
In episode 6, it's almost like one of those little black
So
and white
good.
movies.
We got to
Buster
see,
Keaton.
I'm loving where it started with Brian's dream sequence and going into the girls and feeling insecure, and there's a lot of insecurities that are happening in this episode.
Yeah.
I feel like. But one person is not insecure is Ian Ziering. That is
Ian's very
sure.
secure.
He's very secure in
confident.
this.
He's
Has a new love.
considerably
a
different
younger
than Steve
girl.
Sanders. Shocking, right?
I know. Where did we get
No,
that
he's not in
storyline?
love with her. He's kind of like trying to help her out. He's trying to evolve. He's going through some personal growth. Understands that the landscape of the single man is considerably different than where it was.
You're
where
defending your
he
character
left
right
off.
now.
Well, it's the natural art. You know, you can't necessarily compliment a woman the way you used to be able to, without it being just openly accepted. Sometimes.
You can give me all those compliments though. I'll take them all.
Baby, your ass looks so fine in those jeans.
Thank you.
You okay
Thank
with that?
you, yes.
Okay.
You can even call it a little brown too.
A little badonkadonk. Yeah, you
That's the
can't
best
say that to
compliment.
someone you don't know.
Tell me my butt's getting really round, and I was like, yes, the squats.
It's working. It's working for you. Let me kiss. So, in not wanting to step on any landmines, he's being very conscientious about how he handles this relationship with the new head writer of the show. So he's helping her out a little bit. I don't think he has romantic designs on her. He's not looking at her that way. After all, he just broke up.
I mean, she obviously does, and I am completely.
Well, not at first.
Well,
But
okay, did
now she
anyone
comes
catch
around. I mean,
the-
come on, look at this. Seriously.
Okay, so I haven't got to actually watch the episode. I got to read the script, which felt really special and very lucky. I break into my husband's email and get to see these. So thank you, baby, for letting me see this.
So
and
good.
I don't know if it was aired or if this was shown, but there was a piece in the script that said she asked him to come do Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
What does Netflix and chill mean? And I love when they wrote into the script, you and Brian having a conversation, like, well, what does that mean? Like, she wants to Netflix and chill.
Yeah, but you
And
Wikipedia'd
I
it.
don't know, I knew what it meant. So I asked Ian in the hotel room, I was like, did you get that? That's hysterical.
Well, kind of, sort of, but like, I didn't know it was actually defined as casual sex.
Yeah.
Where did you find that, in Wikipedia? or-
I just looked it up to prove to him that that's what it meant. And if you look up what does Netflix and chill mean, which is kind of going back to where Ian's in a different time. He's coming into being single again during a time that he can't say certain things, that certain things mean other things.
Netflix and chill, I think, leaves the door open for the possibility
But when
of
I said,
casual
what does it
sex.
mean?
But now it like means that. Hey, let's have Netflix and chill.
Oh, the best part was I asked him, so what do you think this means? And he goes, like what we do every night.
I wish. I wish.
Yeah, so nope, that was a great one-liner. So with going into the show, we're getting to see the characters and Donna and
David.
David. are in a relationship. They're still married. So where is Steve? I want to know, are we going to get to see where Steve is today?
Not today. He's still, in development.
A character. Okay, maybe in next season if there's...
If there's another season, we'll have to round
but
that
it's
out
not
a little
gonna.
more.
We don't know if we'll see Steve's character in this season.
No, because we read the script. The audience has not seen it. When we shot it, we started reading and then cut to the end. So us in our real lives, we don't know what the actual script will be like. But, that'll all be sussed out if we get to go
If you get
anymore.
to create where Steve is in the world today, where is Steve Sanders? Besides with me in Ireland.
Steve Sanders.
Having an affair with Ian Ziering's wife.
Let's play that tonight.
Ooh.
Shh. TMI?
A little bit.
Anyway, I think Steve Sanders is the personal life coach to the world's most interesting man. Steve is what makes him cool.
Where does he live?
Cloud Forest to Costa Rica. How about that?
So I've heard this story so many times. When I read the script, they referred to Ian as a life coach. And I was like, was that like a little nod
It
to
had nothing to
Steve?
do with that comment that I've been joking around like
But it's such
forever.
coincidental that you've been saying this
Yeah.
for 10 years. This is where Steve is
I
today.
guess subconsciously I brought it that way. I mean, I've had a lot of personal growth
a part
since
of you.
my youth and I've learned from some great mentors and I've picked up some pearls of wisdom along the way, and every once in a while I will bestow them on my friends just to maybe help them along.
Don't bestow them on me though.
The other night, or the last episode, when Iz told Tori that tigers don't lose sleep over the opinions of monkeys, is something that is very true. When people worry about what other people are saying about them, who the hell cares? Lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of monkeys, and that was kind of an ad lib, but we wrote it in because it fit perfectly. So these little, it's funny on set, they call them ionisms, that aren't necessarily original.
That's the real word.
Well, that's what they,
Ionisms?
give me an ionism.
Okay.
I'll insert those into the script, and they've been using them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what we give them, they build on. So they've kind of thought that Ian is kind of like a life coach. And in the script, Iz is an entrepreneur. He's got a lot of different businesses. He's got the next gen makeup business with Tori, which in our real lives, we do have a makeup business together.
Which is one of the reasons we are in Ireland right now.
Yeah, on one of the success trips that my company makes possible for those that earn the trip.
Yeah. So in real life, he has a clothing company.
Yeah.
He has the new skin business.
Yep.
He, what else do you
Produces
have?
movies.
Produces movies. Acts. What else do you do?
I strip.
Strip. Oh, you guys. Yeah, you can Google that. He does.
That was only the. I got to put my kids through school, people.
It's so true. It's so good.
They're really just things that I do to provide for the family. And it's
You're a
not
hustler,
like,
baby.
I'd like to think I'm not a hustler, but a go-getter. I'm very
Supposed to finish it
motivated.
with, I just want you to know.
I just want you to know what.
The song.
I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know.
It's not where I've been.
It's where I go.
We're the worst. Okay, so back inside 90210. We got to get back into
Back
that.
inside
90210. Did you see what I did there?
Stay tuned for a very
I
special
know.
episode.
So you said in the script, so I read the script version and I actually got a little tidbit into what else he said. Ivanka Trump, you guys. He thinks the stalker is Ivanka Trump. Why? Is there something that happened on The Apprentice?
Well, they had just to keep it real, people know that I was on the last season of The Apprentice, and we wanted to, have little anchors to reality. So that was one of them. Ivanka Trump, I don't think she had anything against me, but we played it off like she had it in for me on The Apprentice,
I remember
just to tie it
you
into
always
reality.
said she was a nice gem when you were there.
An ice gem?
A nice, like a gem. She was really nice.
She's
yeah.
amazing.
I thought it was
Ivanka
funny when I
Trump
read
is
that.
a
I was
gem.
like, well, what happened?
Yeah, she's brilliant and smart and was very nice.
Is that going to be the Google search after the show? What happened with Ian Ziering and Ivanka Trump on The Apprentice?
Absolutely nothing.
But if that didn't even get in, then that was a little inside thing there because you also said something else on the backside.
Right, I said the Hawaiian Tropic women.
Yeah, so that was your other one that you just
It's
improv.
an ad lib, and everyone was like, all of them? And I was like, well,
Yeah, so
maybe
can you
a
please
few.
tell me why they would be
You don't
stalkers?
Well, maybe I broke a heart or two, honey. I don't know.
A few?
Can't say for sure.
few.
Well,
At the same time?
It's all a blur.
The 90s. The 90s.
It's all a blur.
Yes, The Night at the Roxbury.
Shaw.
A few of those. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying us on our trip to Ireland.
Heather, we love you. Thanks for doing the heavy lifting back at home.
We miss you, and we will make sure to bring back some nice tartans for you.
Absolutely.
From our castle. All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that was so much fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that too, because they are so cute together.
I love it. You know what, the Netflix and chill, I have to laugh because I technically didn't know what that meant till recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And really, though, I would really just like to Netflix and chill.
Netflix and
Not
chill.
for real, like just real, like what it says. You know?
Yes.
Gosh.
Like, I feel like my husband and I do that anyway. Like, that's like our every night type situation. Well, I... Like, literally.
It's all good, Heather. It's all
we
good.
just watch
Healthy
a
marriage.
lot of Netflix. It's my job. Jessica, I love you so much. Thank you.
Of course.
Tell everybody really quickly where they can listen to your new show and where they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, definitely. It's The Hollywood Filter on Podcast One. You can pretty much get it on any podcast app. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Jessica Hall. And if you're in the LA area, go check out Sugar Taco. It's on Melrose Avenue, and it's a fantastic vegan Mexican restaurant.
Get your taco on. We want to quickly remind everybody, make sure you watch the 90210 AfterBuzz show next Wednesday night. It airs at 7 o'clock right here on AfterBuzz TV. And also, it's the finale, so we have some really fun things planned on Inside 90210. Erin will be back with me on the show. And want to remind everybody quickly, this is also something you can listen to on Apple Podcast or wherever you get your podcast. You can listen to our show if you don't have time to watch or if you want to do both. Once again, you can also find me at Motherhood in Hollywood on Facebook and Instagram, and Heather Brooker on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views